contribution to the discussion. So thank you, Mary, thank you, Caterini, thank you, Steja, thank you, Andre, Pavel, and Nils. I don't see him. No, it's coming maybe. And of course, thank you to Digital Europe that is hosting us in this venue. And of course, I must thank our ECF Council partnership for the job done so far. But don't feel safe, it's not ended. I'm here to stalk you for the next 2 months to have all the documentation finalized, as you heard from me yesterday. I'm sorry, I'm a professor, so I can't resist making you a question. Everyone here knows clearly which is the difference between skills, competence, knowledge, and knows that the ICT is a powerful way. But outside, it's the same. All the person knows the associated to Fabio association that are, I know, taxi driver, for example, knows what is exactly an application, a skill, a device, and competence and knowledge and so on. Are they scared about? Employers and employee really identify as a chance to serve this powerful way, or they want to climb up the hill for a tsunami alert. Recently, some of my students are asking me if, during their job life, an ICT application or a device or what will come will substitute the task they are just going to learn at the university. And I answer, yes, probably. It will happen, but don't be scared, because ICT tends to affect tasks rather than wiping out all a job entirely. But students, in that case, they are engineering students, be prepared to move on your entire career. It won't be enough to be a tech expert, no longer. Do make training steps beyond, as today technologies run faster than your future job experience. But my words, of course, to my students aren't a menace. If they try to be on the edge of the wave, of the ICT wave, and surf it, look at data, I told them, you will find more job opportunities in ubiquitous technology, in ICT technology sector than others. But how can we help this future professional? What the ECF Council have done so far? Our foundation, of course, as you know, is the ECF 3.0 framework, which is clear to all of you. Maybe not outside, I don't know exactly what we are talking about, but it's clear to us, which is a framework, which is very well done, and is based, of course, to the great effort proven by SEN, CEPI, CITE, DigiGrowth, CEPIS, and all of you that work in trying to build the digital single market. We are 16 partners from 5 different countries: Belgium, Bulgaria, Spain, the Netherlands, and Italy, in 3 different sectors: regulatory bodies, vocational training school, and market representatives. We start with an overview of the 3 years ago of the national framework within these 5 countries about vocational training, ICT vocational training, and we go through the vocational and certification standards. You will listen directly by work package leader later in the panel session moderated by Rocco. Then the expert selected 15 over the 30 competencies of the ECF 3.0 framework, and with a tricky, let me say longer than expected, and hard work. And here, for me at least, my first lesson learned in the project, that even standard have a different way to be conceived. I came from a country where espresso coffee is a standard, but they do it in 10 different ways. And if you move 10 kilometers, they change the way they intend the standard. And for these 15 competencies, we have produced, not me of course, all the partnership, we have produced the learning outcomes and the learning unit based on these outcomes. You will listen from Lorenza later. Then Sheffield developed a Moodle-based training platform, and these learning units have been composed in 12 open content courses. 8 pilots have been conducted with the assessment, training and certification. For more than 140 trainees. Telling the truth, they were more than 140, 158. But Professor Fernandez is too severe, so we certified only a little lower number of trainees. We also met a varied set of stakeholders, ICT students, market representatives, vocational training operators, policymakers, because we have done 10 national workshops. The last one in Italy was very interesting just 1 month ago. When I graduated as an engineer, the rule was simple. In somehow, not in my university, but in somehow the way was easy. The path was easy. Get as much formal education as you can early in your life and try to get paid back for the rest of your career. There was even circulating a math rule. 1 year more studying and you get around 8 to 11% more earning in your life. It was in the United States but also in Europe. Unfortunately, for the younger generation, Katarina, for example, not all of you, some of you, this marvel, this prodige doesn't work, no more, unfortunately. Analyzing the job advertisement, the online job advertisement, with this project and the ECF Alliance, we got in touch with many studies from the European Commission, the Digital Society Index, and the brand new study, the Italian Observatory on ICT Competencies, which is quite new, and thanks to Marco, we heard a presentation of this observatory. But I would like just to go to external world to take the example given by Burning Glass Technology, which is a USA startup. They check with the ICT application 100,000 of online job advertisement, and they tell us that hybrids, they call this hybrid jobs, mixing ICT skills, competencies, and 2 other soft skills, are now being required by around 54% of the whole working class if they want to stay competitive as professional. And if we go under 30 years old, the percentage goes to 61%. They are clearly know that they need ICT competencies or skills to remain competitive as professional during their whole career. Here, I can say it's my second lesson learned from the project. So I go back to the first question. Is the increase of mobility an opportunity or a threat for employers, for example? Employers often balk at training their staff, at investing money to train their staff, because they might leave for rivals. Concerning vocational training, I replied them that it's always better to train staff and have them leave than not to train and have them stay. Here I try to give my second answer to the first question. Two issues from my point of view. Two issues are incontournable. Continuous education needs unbundling of educational content into smaller components. I can refer to the music market. Artists, people who produce the content, spend a lot of time and expertise to collect the components into music album. And then the ICT e-commerce system spend all the time to unbundle and sell single components. And this is an interesting lesson. And of course, people and firms, but it's easy to know for you that, are much more likely to invest in training if it confers a qualification, a certification that others will recognize. A part of the outcomes of the project that you will listen soon, one of my best experience during the 3 years of the ECF Council experience, and I think for me at least it's quite unique, is that we go hands-on on the ECF 3.0 framework. We don't talk like a scientist, I'm not, someone of you are, about the theoretical point of view of framework, competencies, skill, ICT, content and knowledge. We go hands-on trying to transfer these competencies starting from a learning unit, starting from training and going up to profile, and not the usual, the opposite. And this has been, for me, a hands-on experience quite unique. We are in my company, we are in the last 3 years, we manage something like 10 Erasmus Plus projects, but it's the first one that make me able to work on competencies really and try to transfer to the market. That's why I say that the ECF Alliance, it's a great chance to help vocational training to find newer opportunities. So thank you to be here. And now, Paolo Vercesi, please.